That's a big saw. That's quite cool. I like that. Because it's misty and drizzly, and that's just the whole day. See what we can crumble together.
The train's almost exactly half an hour late into Kids Grove, which is, I think, the end of the Gritstone Trail, but for me it's the start. Right, I guess I begin. So instead of going into this guns blazing, I'm gonna walk for probably 2 kilometers, something like that, just to warm up into it. So at 7 a.m. I'm on the Gritstone Trail. I'm easing myself into it. So when I did the Sandstone Trail, I just started running straight away, didn't warm up, and my ankle gave in on me and it wasn't great. My watch is already saying I'm off course. Today's the first time I'm loading a GPX file onto the Garmin and following it, and it's really useful because I was about to go off track then, and if it hadn't been for the Garmin I would be off track now. Okay, so I've hit the 2 kilometre mark. Now's the time to start running. I'm going to get warm really quick, I'm sure of it, so I'll be stopping in probably 5 minutes to start taking clothes off. So now it's time to leave the canal. The canal was very pleasant running. I imagine the hills are going to start relatively soon, seeing as there's hills that way, and that's the way I'm going. 4 kilometres in, 7:31 pace. Oh, there is no pavement. Let's keep going. So 5 kilometres in, or thereabouts, and I'm already heading into the clouds. But my feet are really warm, and so at the moment I've got a pair of toe socks on, and I've also got a pair of like waterproof socks. I think it's going to start getting damp underfoot soon potentially, but also my feet are really warm, so I don't know what to do. Either way they're probably going to get wet. Sweat or mud. Sweat or mud. So it's at this point along the journey that I've started making rules to hopefully save myself. Yeah, rule number 1 is don't run up stairs. So if there's steps on the trail, I walk them. There's a couple of rationales behind it, but rationale that sounds the best is that they're often stone and they're slippy, so it's dangerous. Rationale that's closer to the truth is it gives me a chance to rest up a little bit, and you know I'm going to need that. I'm just over 10% of the way in, which is a nice way of framing that I've got to do this 10 more times. It's flattened out. Got to run again. I say that like I don't like it. Obviously I like this. So I thought I recognised this point. The bike course that I did years ago went up here, super steep. I had to walk, just the last little bit I had to walk, just push my bike up. But yeah, I just thought I recognised it, and there it was. It's, I can't remember what the name of the race was, about 100 odd kilometres. Head torch is back out, you may have noticed. I'm in the clouds, I'm in the mist, so I just thought I'd put the red light on, make sure people see me. I mean, I'm already be safe, be seen. So I think this guy is called the Old Man of Mao. Maybe he's called Chairman Mao. There's a bunny. He's not really called Chairman Mao. Gritstone. Cool. What's he called? The Old Man of Mao. Yeah. So Chairman Mao, yeah. So these are the markers I'm following. Yellow-ish arrow with a G in a footprint. And it feels weird that we're in Cheshire East. Based on the forecast and stairs, get to walk. Based on the forecast and the couple of videos from a YouTuber called Abby Barnes, who does stuff about walking and mental health. Based on that, she did this walk at roughly the same time of year, I think. This is what I was expecting. Can't see shit. If you are into walking, watching videos about it at least, go check out Abby's channel. I'll put a link here, I guess, or here. It's weird when you're filming outwards to her videos. 7:10 pace, averaging a 10 pace, done 7. Decent. That's the 10k mark, not my fastest 10k by a long shot. Somewhere around the 1 hour 35, which, yeah, exactly 1 hour 35, which is the time it took me to run a half marathon last weekend. Yeah, it's slower going, but this is a lot longer. This is 2.5 times that length. So, better get cracking. This is a weird one. Straight line all the way this way. I'm in the middle of a field and it abruptly just goes. I guess some people just cut across, but I'm following the trail, cutting corners. Gritstone. Hello little goat, why are you in a house? This is the point where the Insta360 Go 2 let me down. Not out in the wild, it was fine out there, but when I was taking the footage off it and putting it on my computer, it just stopped working and then it freaked out and then it formatted itself. Now I managed to get like 3 clips off it, 3 of the full quality ones, but I'd also managed to get off all of the low quality preview files, which are like 300 pixels by 300 pixels. So I guess that's what I'm using from this point onwards, the shitty low quality preview files. As well as the resolution being really shitty, the other thing that you don't get is the gyro data. So there's no way to stabilize these things, there's no way to run them through Insta360 software and de-warp them and conform them to whatever aspect ratio you want. I can only hope that it's at least watchable. Hopefully the fact that the audio is decent will redeem it somewhat. You decide. Click off now if you don't want to see low res footage. Got a bit of an obstacle there. Trees falling down. Must have been a whip bendy around here. I just hit the 12k mark, which means that there is approximately 1 marathon remaining, at least the distance of 1 marathon remaining for this run. Yay! Another ascent now, after that nice flat, like 5k. I'm also getting to the point where I'm like, I can't be bothered making a video about this. I just want to do it. Not because it's like getting hard or anything. I don't really know why. I sort of get into this mindset where I'm like, no one's going to find this interesting. Like, why would anyone watch it? And I think, I would watch this if someone did it. And I've got to keep reminding myself of that.
15k. I think it's really interesting for people who are going to come and walk this path or run this path to have reference, but I think it's really interesting for people who are never gonna do it, can't do it for some reason. I think it's really interesting for people to be able to see what the British countryside offers, even if it's something you can't do. I have no idea what I'm looking out on here, but I'm imagining Cheshire Plains because it's flat as fuck. Whilst I may be taking this at a slow pace, the inclines are enough to like peak me up into the 173 BPM at an 8:35 kilometre per mile pace. Whew, that was tough. Probably can't really tell, but there's a hill going that way and one sort of going that way, and there's a lot of roots and slippy shit on the ground, hence why I just fell. So yeah, safer to not run. All this is just really beautiful though. Not a bad way to spend a Thursday. And this run will take me approximately all of Thursday. Hoping to have it done by 4 p.m. I left the house at 5:30. Train was supposed to start this at 6:30, and the train was delayed, so I started at just after 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I want to do it in less than 9 hours, so I better get running. Views of absolutely nothing, and rocky scramble. One thing really going for the Gritstone trail is it's really well signposted, really well marked, which I cannot say for every trail. Parkour. What's this? This looks peaky. I really love the attention to detail. Some people. Judine really chose a nice font. That's where I left my pineapple. Who the fuck was doing a fruit salad up here? Weird beans, mate. Weird beans. Oh, I really want some pineapple. I wonder if it's been there. Bit fizzy. B on the pineapple that someone's probably shagged. Trig point for whatever the hell this is. What can't we see then? The roaches gone. Leak. Yeah. Can't see any of it. Woohoo! I don't know what that is, but I can see something in the distance. Going good. Only a little over 17 kilometres in. So what's that work out to be? 17 goes into 54, I'm sure of it. Is that a third? No, does it go into 54? 3, 30, no, 51. Just less than a third then. Oh, idiot. This is a beautiful path to walk along, run along, whatever I'm doing. Although I am actually off course. Oh, coming right back onto it now. Interesting. Guess it's down there. I have no idea what I'm doing now. According to this, I'm heading the right way. Must be just over that. This has got to be it. Well, I fucked up there somewhere. So I just passed the half marathon point in 3 hours 20 minutes, which is a little bit slower than 1 hour 35 on Sunday, but it's a very different day, a very different kind of run. My body's not doing too bad. Back of my right leg is a bit tight, and I don't know what's something kind of up with my lower back. It's just a little bit, it's not sore, it's kind of achy. I don't know, I'm not sure. I will keep an eye on it, so to speak. Right, back to running. For a gate. Yeah. So since you last checked in with me, I went up higher, and it looks like this. I'm in a cloud, actually inside a cloud, but it's also raining. So that's mint. I also snafu'd the salt and vinegar peanuts, the whole bag, it was a big bag, and then moved on to the crispy coated peanuts because I just can't stop myself once I start. So I've eaten most of my food now. It's not going to be like the marmalade incident though. Not going to be like the marmalade. If you don't know what the marmalade incident is, check this video out. Halfway there, I have a difficult relationship with halfway though, because so I got an audience there. Stop looking at me and dribbling. What? Oh, they're all watching me. Yeah, difficult relationship with halfway. What you looking at? Because you're like, yeah, broken the back of it here, but then you're also, now I've just got to start the same thing again. I'm going to do another 28 kilometres. Because guess what? I just looked up the map again, and I've been saying 54. It's 56. Whole extra 2 kilometres. I know that doesn't sound a lot, but I wasn't mentally prepared for that. 56 kilometres is something you've got to be mentally prepared for. Why do I do it? Because I enjoy it. Obviously, that is the answer. Can't really say a lot more than that. Type 2 fun. Not fun at the time, fun afterwards. Isn't even that. I'm having fun now. It's not the most beautiful day to be out, but in a way it's a beautiful day to be out. That way? That way, I think. This place is creepy as fuck, mate. Straight out of some sort of horror film. Right, you can't see him for shit, but there's a deer there. Interesting bit of Steffi graph here. Just thought you might want to see it. No. No. So far this has been one of the few bits that's been unclear. But you do not go into the farm over there. You carry on up here. And it's here. The old dye house. Also, like, your coat, you're very cute. Hello. Don't look so worried. I don't eat you. Trying to get up here. Breaking my rules. Decent. Wow. Come on. Come on. It's at this point that my legs don't really want to run anymore. But little do they know, they have to. Come on. Ah, those sounds aren't creepy. I've still got quite a long way left to go. I just went and got a coffee and a Sprite, and it's literally the best Sprite I've ever drank. Obviously because of my situation, but still, it doesn't change the fact that it was the best Sprite I've ever had. Probably one of the best drinks I've ever had. Filled my water bottles up, got myself a black coffee. I think I'm on kilometre 38, which means there's 18 left to go, which isn't that bad. I just need to finish this and then get back stomping. I feel like it's probably a shame that I've not been able to show off more of the scenery, but I haven't seen it either, so it could have been shit, kind of horrible. But also just like really weirdly quite nice weather for this kind of running. Like in the city, I hate this weather when I'm running. The only upside to it in the city is that people stay indoors, and so there's less idiots out getting in your way. But in the countryside, not really that many idiots in your way most of the time. Mostly just cows. Those guys. Out in the countryside, don't mind this weather so much at all. It's amazing how much brighter a cup of coffee, a Sprite and some full water bottles will make you. Because I feel figuratively and somewhat mentally on top of the world. Yeah. Cheers. The little white head. Oh no, no. That's fun. Stupid fucking iPhone has locked up on me. Because when I was like typing in the code, because it's like so wet, it just wasn't registering, I guess, the right numbers. So it's locked up for 55 minutes. 55 minutes? What if I fucking need to call someone? I just like lie out dying on the side of a hill until it comes back on. A little bit annoyed at the moment, but in more positive news, just past the marathon point, 42 something kilometres. That's fun. That means only 14 kilometres left to go. Yay! What the fuck is this? Oh, is this the white something or other? Behold! A thing. This probably doesn't look like much, but this is a horribly steep incline. So steep. But it's getting bleak. I mean, it's been bleak almost all of the day, but it's feeling bleak now. there's a sore spot on the back of my knee, and it's beginning to worry me because there's a little like protrusion, and that's not what you want. So there's like something sticking out of the back of my knee. Whoops. Hey, so my phone's finally unlocked itself, so I had to not use it. These little bow stones, bit sort of coming up to the Lime Park portion. I don't know if I go through and into Lime Park or not. I mean, I kind of hope that I don't, and it's shorter than that, but who knows? Who knows? Not a lot to say. I don't really know a lot about Lime Park, and there's a big house. I assume it's called Lime House. I don't know. I'm not your tour guide. My legs are pretty screwed now. There's a little under 6k left to go, or around. There's probably more. There's always more. The last kilometre that I just did was my fastest, I think, or one of the fastest, which kind of bodes well. Just gotta get on with it. Oh, beautiful. The dying giraffe over there. I don't know if you can even hear it. I think it's a deer, but it sounds like the dying giraffe from South Park. But yeah, the colours, fucking beautiful. Just ticked over to 51 kilometres. That means one park run left. Just one park run, not 11 like I started with. As promised, big fucking old house. I wonder how you get into the back cave. In there. Obviously I want to go that way. Why so unsafe? Is there a troll? I used to expect this, but the sign for unsafe structure, if you're coming from the side I just came from, is once you've crossed the structure. So that's maths, that's science. So originally when I paced this out, I thought it was 54 kilometres. I set out to run that in less than 9 hours. I've just passed over 54 kilometres and I've done it in 8 hours 47. I mean, there's almost time if I run fast to get the last 2 kilometres in and still be under 9 hours, but I think I'll be going over. Completed it in 8:59:38. Wow, that was tough. I mean, it goes without saying, but wow, that was tough. Well, that was absolutely brutal. I need a wait. Sorry about that. That turned into an urgent situation. If you would just bear with me though, I would like to take a couple of minutes to just debrief that trip. Let's get into that. This was something that I decided I wanted to do after doing the Sandstone Trail early last year. After doing the Sandstone Trail, I saw that a creator called Abby Barnes had attempted to do this route. The video that she did that I saw, she had to abort it. Then all these months later, I had a day to do something like this and I went in search of her video again. In the meantime, she'd gone back and completed the route and made another video about it. She's super interesting. Go watch her channel, I'll link it up here. But I wanted to get another ultra distance run under my belt for the year. And this was the only trail that I could see that was in that 50 to 60 kilometre range that was close enough to get there and back in just a day using public transport only. To film it, as I already mentioned, I used the Insta360 Go 2, which I have been loving for the longest time, but started to let me down a few times recently, acting up on me, and this was sort of the last straw, which is lucky because I lost it a couple of weeks later doing Tough Mudder. This was also the first time trying out my new to me but old iPhone. I got a hand-me-down iPhone 11 Pro Max and I wanted to see how good it would look for this kind of filming. It looked great, but the issue that I mentioned earlier in the video was
that the screen kept locking up. It's waterproof, but when the screen and your hands are wet, it doesn't work properly. And so after a few times of hitting the wrong numbers and it trying to do an emergency call in my pocket, it froze me out for an hour or so, which was not ideal. I used my trusty Tascam Lav recorder pack again and just left it going the whole time for audio with a quick and dirty timecode-esque solution of setting the clocks on everything as close as I could to each other and fiddling about in Final Cut. This is okay, it does take a while to get it spot on, but for a video like this, it works. The route was amazing, it was awesome. I had a really great time on it, and I think if you really wanted to, you could have a great 2-day walk on it. I think that's what most people do, with a cheeky little camp halfway along. In the summer, it would be perfect, I think. As a run, it's really tough, and it was made worse by the weather, but if this is the kind of thing you're into, you've done some full-day trail runs before, I don't think you'll regret putting this one away. So that was the Gritstone Trail. Any questions? Leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video. Unfortunately, I know the quality, it just wasn't up to scratch. I have since bought a GoPro, which failed me instantly. I guess what I didn't realize about GoPros, and I'm gonna make a whole video on this in itself, is that GoPros don't work in the cold. What's that all about? Every time you see a GoPro advert, it's got people like skiing, any snow related, cold related activities. Doesn't work in the cold. Wild. So hopefully as the summer comes along, I can use the GoPro. I don't know, we'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.